Hello, guys, and welcome back to the first of many. The pre-recorded match reactions are back, and today we're going to be doing a pre-recorded match reaction for Arsenal 5, West Ham 2. Listen, I was out today, so I couldn't really get a live stream going for the match watch along, but we will be back for the Manchester United game. Of course, we will be back for the watch alongs. Watch alongs will be back, people. So make sure to stick around for that. But guys, what a game and what a performance from the team. I mean, listen, we were just completely from the start onto these man. Onto these man. Did not give them a chance to breathe. Did not give them a chance to do anything. And I'll be real, I think right now the way we're playing, we look unstoppable. Unstoppable. Now, let's just have a speak. Let's speak quickly about the performance as a whole. I think there were some moments in that second half, towards the start of it, where we really needed to focus on controlling the game a bit and not letting them get back into the game. I know that the game was basically done in a way because, listen, we already scored. Um, we already scored like 4 goals. Actually, no, sorry, 5 goals. So here's the thing for me. I look at that game as second half. They could have come out firing. Obviously, it was 5-2 at that point. But this is the thing. We kept the game at our pace. We kept it going at our pace. And I think the way we came out from the start, scoring, set piece FC obviously back again, Gabriel with another goal from set pieces. I mean, it's just brilliant, man. It's just brilliant. I think this guy is one of the best in the league, maybe even one of the best in history from scoring from set pieces. I mean, the amount of goals that he's getting from set pieces is absolutely crazy. And you just got to big up Gabriel. You got to big up guys like Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka for their deliveries as well. But I mean, Gabriel, just for his movement in the box and being able to get away from his defender, being able to get his head onto it and to direct it towards goal. I mean, it's at this point, it must be 60-40 in regards to 60% is successful and 40% it might be a miss. So it's definitely in his favor in regards to the goals going in. But Gabriel obviously gets us down to the scoring. It gets us on the scoreboard with the first goal, and it's brilliant delivery from Bukayo Saka as well. Absolutely brilliant. Not hitting your first man, but getting it straight onto the head of Gabriel, which is of utmost importance because he is at this moment in time the most dangerous player in the league to have in the box attacking a header. So listen, brilliant goal from Gabriel, and obviously he does the celebration again. I think this is starting to become his trademark. And listen, you know what if Gabriel is doing this celebration because maybe he thinks that Gyökeres might be coming to the club? Do you know what I mean? They might be able to do like a duo celebration where Gyökeres goes like this and then Gabriel goes like that. It's listen, man. All I'm saying is, if Gyökeres comes to a club, hey, I'm gonna be shameless. I'm gonna be shameless, guys. But obviously, Gabriel gets us on the score sheet first, and then an absolutely brilliant ball by Martin Odegaard. I mean, I think that's like his signature ball, just a little chip over the top of the defense, and then to get the man that's running in behind. I mean, he does it so well, and he times it perfectly. Every single time, Martin Odegaard times these balls perfectly, where they just go over, and he always makes sure that the players are onside. Always. So Martin Odegaard with an absolute brilliant delivery. Saka taking it down beautifully. And of course, Saka, we're going to be speaking about him soon as well, having an amazing game, but takes it down beautifully and is able to just pop the ball over. Havertz trying to make a run in to try and get a touch on it. Obviously, being the striker that he is, he wants to try and get a touch on it, trying to get a goal. But Havertz misses it, and it falls to Trossard, it's a pretty standard, pretty easy finish for him to put it into the back of the net. Fabianski is in the middle of nowhere, so he's never getting to it at all. But that makes it 2-0, guys. And it's just, at this point, it's smooth sailing. At this point, it's smooth sailing. And Saka again, Absolutely brilliant this game. I mean, listen, this has to be one of his best games, if not probably his best game. I mean, he was just everywhere, man. Everywhere, man. In that first half, he was brilliant and just scintillating, just fluid. The fluidity of how we're playing right now and how smooth it looks. It just you can tell that Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka, that connection, and I said it in the last match review, and I'll say it again. That fluidity and the connection that those two players have is just brilliant, and it's just scintillating football. It's stuff that you love to see, and I think Saka is just, I think that's 10 assists now. 10 assists and 5 goals, which makes it 15 GA in 12 games, I believe. Um, and listen, for me, just looking at this whole thing right now, look at how Saka is just performing. Look at the numbers that he's putting up. Like, this guy is just in a league of his own. I'll be real. This guy is in a league of his own. And it's just, this is the thing. When I don't even like to bring up these comparisons, when people compare him to Phil Foden, when people compare him to Cole Palmer, I said to them every single time, the one thing I look at is consistency. Because when you speak about Bukayo Saka, yeah, although Cole Palmer might have gotten a 20 goal a season or however many goals he got that season, where it was brilliant, yeah, he got plenty of goals and some assists with it. But how consistent can he be? Can he do it on a consistent basis? Because Bukayo Saka can do it on a consistent basis, and every single season, guys, every single season, Bukayo Saka is improving. Every single season, he improves his numbers. They go higher and higher and higher, and he's just consistently hitting those numbers every single time. So Saka in this game was scintillating. Saka was brilliant. Saka was all over the place, and again, dangerous run into the box, gets clipped. I think it was Paqueta that clipped him. I think it was Paqueta that clipped him. Somebody might have to let me know in the comments if I was wrong. But a West Ham player clips him, and it's a clear penalty, clear as day. Anybody that wants to argue with that, go argue with the wall. Go talk to your wall, because I'm not arguing with you. It was a clear penalty, clear and precise, and that's exactly how his finish was. That's actually sorry how Martin Odegaard's finish was. Martin Odegaard taking the penalty. Obviously, listen, I would have expected Saka to take them, to be honest, but maybe Martin Odegaard wanted to take it to get onto the score sheet, of course. But he's been good anyway, regardless on whether he takes the corners or not. But obviously, Martin Odegaard taking the corner, taking the penalty, puts it into the bottom right corner, and it's just Martin Odegaard is so precise with where he puts his penalties. It's always right on the corner. It's always trying to hit the side netting. Always. If you hit that inside side netting, bro, you know you've done a good penalty. You know you have done a good penalty, man. So absolutely brilliant for the third goal. Martin Odegaard getting a penalty. And at that point, guys, at that point, we get to the West Ham goal. Listen, it's 3-0 at this point, and then West Ham managed to get a goal out of nothing, guys. To be honest, out of nothing. Very good play and a very good ball into the box for Wan-Bissaka making a run at the back post. And guys, listen, I'm gonna say this now. Calafiori again not in his position. Trossard letting it go, and that is just poor. We can't be giving away stupid opportunities like that, because that shows that in a game where maybe it's tight, you'd give up that opportunity. We can't be having this mindset of, oh, you know what, we're comfortable. 3-0. Yeah, we're comfortable, man. If they score a goal, so what? We'll get another goal. Like, yes, it may have happened in this game, but that's not going to run in certain other games. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need to make sure we're tightening up with that defense, no matter what the scoreline is. We could be winning 10-0, and I still want those players acting like it's 0-0. Like, as if we concede a goal, we could start losing the game. So that's how I want the players' mentality to be. Because if you do that, then you'll be completely unbeatable. Because you'll value keeping those goals out, keeping the clean sheets. Last season we had so many clean sheets. We valued that. We were celebrating the defensive actions as well. But this season, and to be honest, today, that's unforgivable. That is unforgivable to let Wan-Bissaka get in behind and be able to at the back post and be able to put that in. Raya's left in no man's land right now. Do you know what I mean? It was, if he had saved that, that would have been a wonder save. But like, we need to be doing better on the defending. Calafiori needs to be in his position and covering his man, and Trossard needs to do a bit better as well there. Because if Martinelli was there, I don't think he gets that space. I don't think Wan-Bissaka is able to take that shot because Martinelli is so good at defending as well. Defensively, he is able to cover the man if Calafiori is out of position or the left back is out of position. We've seen it many times with Martinelli where he follows the man and makes sure he follows him right until the end. But concede a goal, and then we're like, oh, hey ho, it is where it is. Obviously, at that point, sorry, it was 4-1. I missed out the Havertz goal completely, to be honest, which, listen, guys, absolutely brilliant from Trossard just before that, where he made that mistake. Guys, that ball was brilliant. And listen, yes, there was a slip. Yes, there was a fall from the defender, but Havertz clean through on goal and just slots it into the back of the net. I think it was bottom left corner, and he just slots it into the back of the net, easy as you like. And at that point, it's 4-1. And you know, we once they score that first goal, we're like, okay, we need to wake up here. I know the players are probably thinking, oh, you know what, it's 4-1. But I'm thinking now we need to wake up here now. Yeah. They've scored the first goal. This could prompt them into getting another goal. And then that could switch the tide a little bit. And we could end up facing a load of pressure. And second goal goes in. A set piece, which I personally don't think was a free kick in my personal opinion. I don't think it was particularly a foul from Declan Rice, but I've seen a lot of people complaining about it. I've seen a lot of people saying it is a foul, a free kick and a foul. I've seen a lot of people saying it isn't. So listen, it's based on your opinion, what you think, what you classify as a foul. But obviously they get the free kick and Emerson is over it. And Emerson just, I mean, nobody's saving that. I don't care what keeper you are, you're not saving that. That was the perfect free kick and it just hits off the crossbar and in. And yeah, it's unsavable. Some of those shots are just unsavable. And Emerson scores it and all of a sudden it's 4-2 and you're thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen here, man? What is going to happen here, man? Are we going to see something crazy? We need to take back control of this game. We have to take back control of this game. We need to either get a goal or we need to hold the spell for the rest of the half. Because if we don't, then these guys could be riled up for the second half, that they could actually go out and get something, maybe put a comeback on, and it's only 4-2. So the 2 goals they could get out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden they're drawing. They'll take a draw. At this point where West Ham are in the season, they'll take a draw because a draw is point. So they want that. Now, then comes the 5th goal. And listen, Saka, again, it comes from a penalty. And that's definitely a penalty, by the way. Anybody who's arguing that it's not a penalty, you need to go get your eyes checked. Go and wear glasses. Go and get your eyes checked because that is 100% a penalty. Yes, the goalkeeper gets a slight touch on the ball, but bro, if you're punching people square in the face, bro, on the head, bro, like right there, and there was a big mark on Gabriel's head as well after, so you can see he clearly got contact. It was 100% a penalty. Anybody who's sitting there, Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, I can understand because most of them are low IQ anyway. But Chelsea fans, I can understand. Tottenham fans, they're the rivals and they're also low IQ anyway. I can understand these fan bases, but Liverpool fans that are coming out and always say, it was never a penalty. It's not a penalty. Bro, relax. Because you guys are the same ones that sit there crying about stuff that's not given to you as penalties, man. So don't sit here and say to us it's not a penalty when it's a clear and obvious penalty. It just simply is. And obviously, referee gives it straight away. You can even see Fabianski going ahead and apologize to Gabriel, knowing it's a penalty. He knew that he'd done something wrong. He knew. That's why he went over and apologized to Gabriel. Penalties there. Saka to take the penalty. And listen, Saka is just a different breed now with these penalties. He's just a different breed, bro. The composure is so good. And his his ability to just cancel everything out that's around him, and it's just him and the ball and the keeper and the goal. And he knows exactly where to put it. It's always low driven into the corner, and it's just brilliant from Bukayo Saka. Absolutely brilliant, man. It's a pinpoint penalty into the left corner, I believe that he scored it. And listen, it's just one of those great penalties that you'll see. And obviously halftime comes across. We're winning 5-2. Second half comes in, and yeah, listen, it was a bit weird because we kept control of the game, of course, but West Ham at one point decided, yeah, you know what? I don't think we're winning anything in this game, and we took off a few players. We took off Erdegaard. We took off Gabriel, of course. Um, and took off a few little other players like Calafiori and stuff like that, and made some substitutions. Obviously, thinking about the game on the weekday that we will be playing against Manchester United. So obviously, we're resting some of the players for that game just so we can have them ready and fresh for this game. Obviously, it's 5-2. Our bench players should be coming on and being able to hold out that game, which they did, in fairness to them. But I think West Ham like kind of stopped trying around the 75th minute. They really like kind of gave up because they thought, yeah, you know what? We're really not gonna we're really not gonna get in on these guys, man. I think there was one Antonio shot which was very close, just on the other side of the wrong side of the cross of the post. And then I think Danny Ings went past the keeper Saliba, missing his kick, and that happened close towards the end of the game, to be honest, where Danny Ings, and then he puts it across. Excuse me. Danny Ings puts it across for some weird reason instead of going to the near post and just trying to put the ball in, and he tries to go across and pass it to somebody. Nobody's there, Danny Ings. If I was a West Ham fan, I'd be vexed. I'd be like, "What are you doing? Why are you trying to pass it across the goal line for somebody to pop the ball into the goal? Like, it doesn't make sense." So yeah, other than that, listen, it was a pretty comfortable second half. In my personal opinion, I wasn't too worried. I wasn't too concerned that we were going to concede anymore because we had pretty much control of the game. Gabriel Jesus coming on, Sterling coming on. Again, not the best of performances from them. I really think they've reached their end. Well, Sterling's on loan anyway, so he can piss off back to Chelsea, to be honest, for all I care. I really don't care about this guy staying in any longer. In my personal opinion, if I was in charge of Arsenal, I had any say in anything that goes on at the club, I'd get rid of both in the January transfer window, and then bring in somebody else that can take their spot that will actually do something for us, be able to come and cause some sort of danger. But as for them, I just when they came on, it was average. The performance, it was very average, and listen, players of their quality or the quality that they used to have, you think they come on and do a bit better in the game, but it is where it is now with the bench options that come on. Gabriel, not the best, not anywhere near what he used to be or what he was in that first season that we got him. I mean, that first season, I think he was by December he was on track. I think it was 12 goals in by December. He was on track to get 20, 25 goals in that season. Obviously got the injury, and since he's had these injuries and these reoccurring problems and had that operation that he did on his knee, I mean, it's just made him a different player. Just um a shadow of his former self, if I'm being completely honest. But Sterling, I think he's at the end of his career. He just looks like he. I was watching the game with my mate today because I went out with my mates, but I was watching the game with him, and he was like, "You know what? Sterling doesn't." And this is a Chelsea fan as well. He's like, Sterling just looks like he doesn't even want to play football anymore. He can't really be asked anymore. Do you know what I mean? He'll give the bare minimum, but he won't really go that extra mile. When you could see that by when Wan-Bissaka, I think, went past him in the second half, and he just didn't chase him. Didn't chase him down. He said, "All right, he's gone past me. I'll leave the defenders to do their job." And I'm like, "No, I want you to bust a gut. You've just come on as a substitute. bust a gut to try and get the ball back. Do you know what I mean? Show some enthusiasm to say, no, I'm not going to let this guy go past me and just run at goal and try and put a dangerous ball into the box for you guys to score another goal. Like that's all I'm asking. But Ethan Wanyeri coming on again, not much happened with him, but it's always good for him to get some minutes. And other than that, yeah, it was a pretty comfortable game. I did say in my before the match that I did think it would be fairly comfortable against West Ham. They're really not a good side this season. Lopetegui's neck is definitely on the chopping block at the moment, and I could see, maybe if not for this game, maybe the next game I could see them going away. Let me just have a look to see who they've got in the next game. In the next game, they've got Leicester away. If they lose against Leicester away, I really could see Lopetegui just getting sacked. Like, I'll be real. And listen. I watched Dan Potts's match preview with Lawless, and obviously Lawless saying that his owner doesn't like to get rid and sack managers, which I can understand that from how long David Moyes was in charge, and he likes to keep the same manager in as much as he can, likes to give him as many chances as he can. But I think this is getting to a point where it's really, really poor, and the fans themselves will want more. The fans will want more. The fans will want to see more from the team, and with the window that West Ham had, it's very, very disappointing for them. I think there's opportunities for them to improve, but I feel like the players need new ideas. They don't look like they're really settling in with the philosophy of Lopetegui and the kind of style of play that he wants to play. And I'll be real, I think the fans are tired of it as well. I think the fans are done with it, to be honest. And I think a lot of them are going to start turning on him as well and say they're done with him as well. So listen, at the moment, looking at West Ham, they're not really much of a good outfit, so I did think it would be comfortable for us. Also, just talking about the title race and all of that. Listen, we're hoping for a draw tomorrow. I think the best result is a draw tomorrow for in the game against obviously Liverpool against Manchester City, where Man City are traveling to Anfield. The best thing for us is a draw. Obviously, a win for City could spur them on to start their own little run and rejuvenate the squad a little bit, but a Liverpool win would just put them further away from us. And yeah, I think for us at the moment, Gooners, I think the best result really we can ask for is a draw. But let's see how that game unfolds. At the moment, we're sitting on 25 points, second in the league. If it is a draw, we'll be still second in the league. I think our goal difference is good. Chelsea have to win by 4 in order to get above us, so they have to win by a 4-goal margin. So I don't see that happening, especially the fact that I believe they've got Everton tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that, guys. Um, no, they've got Aston Villa at home. I don't know if they're going to beat them by a 4-goal margin. It very well may be possible, given that they lost to like Spurs by a 4-goal margin. They've lost to a few teams. But other than that, guys, brilliant game from Arsenal, brilliant game from the Gooners, brilliant game from Mikel Arteta as well. I think his substitutions were very good today. And I definitely think he had a very good one himself. But guys, that's it for my match reaction. Brilliant game. We go ahead. We will move on to Manchester United now, which we'll be looking forward to as they come to the Emirates. And yeah, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And let me know down in the comments below, who was your favorite player today? Who was your man of the match? Mine, personally, was Bukayo Saka. I think he was just brilliant. So I'm going to give my man of the match to Bukayo Saka. Guys, let me know down below in the comments who your man of the match was. And let me know what your thoughts were on the game. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Love for the love. Peace.